The price of Pi is dropping, and the big question is staring us right in the face. Does Pi Network really need Binance? Some of you are saying, we don't need them. Pi has its own thing going on. Others are frustrated, wondering why Binance hasn't listed Pi yet. But here's the real kicker. What if listing on Binance is exactly what Pi Network needs right now? What if that one move could change everything? Today we're diving deep into the topic, no sugarcoating, no bias, just pure facts. So tell me, do you think Pi should push harder to get listed on Binance? Or do you believe it can thrive without it? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you're new here or missed the previous videos on the latest Pi Network updates, go check them out. Link in the description below. Also, if you believe in Pi Network, comment Pi Network to the moon, along with your country name. Let's see where our amazing community is tuning in from. And of course, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel to keep getting the latest Pi Network updates. Plus, join our Telegram and Facebook page. Links are in the description. Quick disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It's not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Alright, let's get started. Pi's price is down. No debate there. But the conversation around Binance has been heating up. Some say Pi is fine on its own, while others believe a Binance listing could be the game changer. Here's the thing. Pi is already on several exchanges like OKX, Bitgert, and MiACE. So, why does Binance matter? Why should Pi push for it? Let's break it down. Imagine Pi Network as a student. It's gone through primary and secondary school, getting listed on smaller exchanges. But now it has to enter university to earn its degree. Binance? That's the Ivy League of crypto exchanges. It's the place where serious money moves, where high-profile investors play. And Pi? Right now it's missing out. Looking at the numbers, Pi has dropped over 70% in the past month. Sure, the crypto market is unpredictable, but here's the deal. Pi listing on Binance could have changed everything. Binance brings liquidity, trust, and massive exposure. Think about it, if you were launching a product, would you prefer to sell it in a small local store or on Amazon? That's the difference Binance makes. Now let's get real. Some Pi supporters argue that Binance needs us, not the other way around, but that's not how the game works. Binance is the world's largest exchange for a reason. It doesn't just list any coin, it lists coins that meet strict requirements. If Pi isn't there yet, then something is missing. So why hasn't Binance listed Pi? Is it politics? Internal struggles? Technical issues? Well, I've got some insider info. Pi is still working behind the scenes to meet Binance's requirements. There's a process to these things, and from what I'm hearing, it's not a hard no. It's just a matter of Pi checking the right boxes. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room. There's also a chance that some major players don't want Pi to succeed. Why? Because Pi isn't just another crypto, it's a movement. It has a user base of over 70 million people, and if it gains traction on Binance, it could shake up the industry. And trust me, the big guys don't like disruption. Now let's talk money. Binance is trading BNB at over $600 with a market cap of $87 billion. That's insane. Compared to other exchanges like OKX or Bitgert, Binance is on a completely different level. If Pi were listed there, the volume alone could change its price trajectory overnight. More people would buy, demand would go up, and we'd likely see a much healthier price movement. And let's not forget trust and legitimacy. In many parts of the world, especially in places like the US and Europe, Binance is the go-to exchange. Many serious investors don't even touch smaller platforms like Bitgert or Gate.io. A Binance listing wouldn't just increase liquidity, it would give Pi the stamp of approval it needs to attract institutional investors. Here's another perspective. Pi miners, including you and me, got in for free. We didn't buy Pi the way we buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, so the reality is many of us are just holding onto our Pi without actually injecting real money into the ecosystem. But on Binance, it's a different story. The traders there are not just holders, they're investors. They bring liquidity, volume, and momentum, three key ingredients that determine whether an asset thrives or stagnates. Without them, Pi's price will continue to struggle, remaining confined within a limited internal market. Now I know some of you might say, but we have our own ecosystem, our own use cases, our own marketplace. And you're absolutely right, that's an incredible foundation. Pi's ecosystem is steadily expanding, with real businesses accepting Pi and transactions happening daily. That proves Pi's utility and real-world adoption, which is essential for long-term growth. However, utility alone doesn't dictate price. Supply and demand dynamics do. Here's the catch. Utility alone isn't enough to drive up the price if there's no real market demand. A closed-loop economy, no matter how active, still operates within limited boundaries. For Pi to achieve true price appreciation, it needs a broader market that includes external investors, traders, and liquidity providers. These participants inject fresh capital, increasing trading activity and price movement. Without them, Pi risks being undervalued, even if it's being used for transactions. This is why other cryptocurrencies with active trading communities see price fluctuations, growth, and higher valuations. Breaking out of Pi's closed economy comes with challenges like regulatory hurdles, crypto community skepticism, and the need for real-world utility. To succeed, Pi must prove its reliability, security, and appeal to businesses and consumers. Merchant adoption is crucial for showcasing its practicality beyond peer-to-peer transactions. Strategic alliances with financial institutions, e-commerce platforms, and major brands could boost trust and usage. Listing on major exchanges would also improve liquidity and ease conversion. These steps would strengthen Pi's credibility, potentially attracting institutional investors and expanding its market reach. Ultimately, the success of Pi hinges on its ability to sustain demand and utility beyond its early adopters. While a thriving internal economy is a strong foundation, its true potential lies in becoming a widely accepted digital currency. By overcoming barriers and securing key integrations, Pi can evolve from a niche project into a mainstream financial asset, unlocking greater value for its holders. So while the Pi Network's ecosystem is impressive, expanding beyond its borders is the key to unlocking its full potential. Without these elements, the price remains confined within a closed-loop system, limiting its full potential. This is where a Binance listing changes everything. When Pi gets listed on a major exchange, it gains exposure to millions of active traders worldwide. Suddenly, it's not just pioneers using Pi, it's investors, institutions, and crypto enthusiasts jumping in. Increased trading volume leads to higher demand, which in turn strengthens Pi's market position. So, while building our own ecosystem is crucial, expanding Pi's presence to global exchanges ensures that its value isn't just theoretical. It becomes a reality backed by real-world demand. At the end of the day, one thing is clear: Binance listing Pi isn't just a good idea, it's necessary. If Pi truly wants to be taken seriously in the crypto space, it needs to step into the big leagues, and that means making its way onto Binance. So, what's your take? Should Pi Network aggressively push for a Binance listing, or do you think it can thrive on its own? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring you more updates and deep dives into Pi Network's journey. Also, join our Telegram and Facebook page. Links are in the description below. If you have any contributions or questions, drop them in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.